doctor.
Undoubtedly one of South Africa's best-loved performers, Karin van der Laag has publicly shared her battle with the bulge for well over a decade, inspiring many women with her candid, vulnerable on-screen persona. Karin, it is so great to have you in the studio. Thank you for joining us. Well done. Best actress in a soapie. That is amazing. Must have felt brilliant.
It did feel brilliant. It was just a lovely culmination of my career in Isidingo. So
12 years.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're talking dieting today.
Yes.
And in your case, yo-yo dieting for most of your life. You've
Yeah.
kind of gained, you've lost, you've said for emotional reasons. Sometimes for roles you've had to gain weight.
Yes.
And then struggle to lose it after that. Do you see that as normal, or is that not great?
Gosh, I mean, I don't see it as normal. I kind of, especially with the gaining for the movie that I had to do for Story of an African Farm, it was kind of 12 Ks in 6 weeks, which was hilarious.
Wow.
Eating lots of pudding and bread, and it was fun while it lasted. So yeah, it's been tough. I mean, losing is always worse than gaining. So, but my whole life, I mean, since I've been a baby, I've been kind of up and down. So yeah.
And then what have you tried? Give us some ideas of what you've kind of attempted.
I've tried way less, which actually worked a lot. I had lost 50 kilograms on way less, and
that's amazing.
Then gained for the movie. And Sure Slim, I tried that. Okay. I've tried just basically exercising. I've tried eating chocolate the whole day, nothing else.
That must have worked.
Didn't really work so well, no. So I've read quite a lot about it and tried everything.
Wow. Low-calorie diets are often a less safe way to lose weight. It's harmful to reduce your daily calorie intake to lower than 1,400 calories per day because your body adjusts to a sort of a semi-starvation state and looks for alternative sources of energy. Your body will eventually burn muscle tissue for energy, and because your heart is a muscle, prolonged starvation will weaken it. So low-calorie diets don't meet the body's nutrition needs, and without nutrients, your body can't kind of function normally. You've been very public about your weight loss. I mean, you've written about it, you've talked about it, it's been written into the script as well. Do you think that's helped or not helped?
It's helped in a way that it's kept me accountable in some ways, but also I think when you do put on weight as some kind of protection mechanism, you do want to be invisible, although it has the opposite effect, because I mean, you get bigger, so you're more visible in a sense. And the public have been quite sort of proactive in my weight loss journey. For example, I would be buying something in a supermarket and I'd be told what I could and couldn't eat, and I had people taking chocolate brownies out of my trolley. That was fun. You know, I think one has to be open about it, and I mean, exposure that I have anyway through being in a soap, I think it's my duty in a way to talk about, you know, how weight affects people. We all struggle with it to, you know, lesser or greater degree. So I think it's
hidden fat.
I think it's a good thing to talk about, you know, not to be all kind of, you know, prudish about.
I talked about metabolism earlier. What do you do to kind of increase your metabolism? I mean, do you understand the concept? Have you looked at that?
You know, I do, and I do actually like swimming and walking. I've got 2 Dachshunds, so I kind of walk with them.
Yeah, so you don't swim with them, do you?
No, no. I was going to say, increasing my metabolism is talking to you, basically, Michael. I mean, that's just, you know, that's the big one.
That's too kind, okay. Blush, 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 all right. We did talk about those 3 things that increase your metabolism, and you were so right, by the way, Karin. Exercise is really all 3. In fact, regular aerobic exercise is the most efficient way to burn calories, but not just aerobic exercise, strength training or resistance exercises are important because they help counteract muscle loss associated with aging. Add to that the fact that muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue does, and having more muscle mass becomes a key factor in weight loss. And finally, the 3rd one is lifestyle activities. Any extra movement helps burn calories. Look for ways to walk and move around a few more minutes each day. Taking the stairs, parking further away at the store are simple ways to burn more calories. Even fidgeting has been shown to help burn more calories. So there's no magic bullet, there's no instant way to lose weight, as Karin said. It all comes down to this simple equation. Lower your energy intake and increase your energy expenditure. Do that and you're guaranteed to lose weight and keep it off. I'm hogging Karin all to myself. Are there any questions anyone in the audience might have?
Okay, so my question is that why is it that you tell us exactly what to do and everybody knows that you have to eat right and do exercise and do this? Why is it that everybody still don't do it and so many people are still overweight?
What is it that makes me stick to a diet and makes me want to lose weight? What do you think, Karin?
I mean, it's an excellent question. I think it's all about self-motivation and doing it for yourself and not for anybody else. I think a lot of us lose weight for other people or for other expectations of ourselves that aren't really right in a sense. So I think it's motivating yourself to do it, and also not living in denial as to what how much weight you are carrying or not. I think a lot of us do live in denial, kind of like, tomorrow we'll start and yes, we'll be brilliant then, but just to kind of bring it into the present.
You know what did it for me? When someone said to me, hey, you might not be able to walk your daughter down the aisle because of your unhealthy lifestyle habits, that changes things. Suddenly that becomes personal.
Absolutely.
And that motivates me.
Yeah, it's what you value, absolutely.
Karin, you mentioned that you've changed the way you view your weight. How's that changed? And tell me about that.
For most of my life, I saw weight as connected to being not good enough. So a lot of self-esteem issues around it. And I think I've turned 40, and I kind of realized that, I know it's going to sound like a cliche, but it really is about what's inside, and not concentrating so heavily on the outside. But for me, it is actually a health issue, weight, and I am aware of that. So for me, that's my goal, is to lose weight health-wise, but not to sort of be hard on myself just because I don't fit into a certain package that is sold around the world as beauty. I think my definition of beauty has kind of widened.
Self-image is so important.
I want to live the best life.